Hey guys, this is my FL5 Type R. Gonna make a short review, quick review on the spoon springs with the Acura Integra Type S ADS module, the damper module combo, how it looks and how it drives, and whoever that's been kind of on the board of doing the lowering springs plus Integra ADS module. Hopefully this video can help you make your decision. So let's get to the ride. Suspension in comfort mode. Rev match off. Let's get going. Initially, I've switched out the springs first, so I went from stock springs to spoon springs with the original FL5 damping module, just the way it is in the car, so I can feel the feeling of the springs only. And immediately the spoon springs really settle the rebound of the springs. So in the R mode, the rebound was a lot less, and the oscillation, the vertical oscillation going, bouncing up and down and giving you that jarring feeling was significantly reduced, especially in the R mode. So the more the damper was stiffened, the more benefit you're feeling just going from stock spring to the spoon springs. So just from this short drive from where we parked a couple strips, I can already feel smooths out ride quality. Although the car is about 20 millimeters or 0.8 inches lowered, all four sides, it's very comfortable, compliant over speed bumps. You're not that stressful unless you're dealing with very steep hill or steep entry. It's very good. Way less stressful than I thought it would be. For cornering, high-speed cornering, yes, it does give you a little bit more stable feel, but it's not anything significant. I would say about 10% feel-wise, more planted feeling. It's so comfortable with the Integra ADS module. It's more, definitely I can tell you, it's 100% more comfortable than the stock system. So this corner coming up, usually I take it high gear, high RPM, load up, go through it fast and feel the roll. Yes, it's definitely better cornering feeling. Put it in R mode. The nice thing about using Integra ADS module is it allows you to actually utilize the plus R mode. Whereas before with the stock system, it just bounces so much over any imperfection on the road that you don't have that mental security going over driving hard over the rough roads. Especially during cornering, if you hit a small bump or something, then you feel the momentarily loss of the traction during the cornering. So like you feel like the wheel is hopping over and losing traction split seconds here and there, and it just doesn't give you that confidence driving through corners. But with the Integra ADS module, with the progressive type springs, it's so much more predictive. And I also have to mention that the stock FL5 damping module does act in an active form, which means the damping stiffness changes depending on the vehicle speed, and maybe there's other variable inputs. Maybe the computer monitors the rolls and yaws and everything. But as far as I know, the speed is definitely one of the bigger inputs there, and I feel like the Honda engineers didn't spend enough money to precisely tune that active damping logic, because it's hard to predict the stiffness. Even if you're taking every corner, different corners at the same speed, the road condition can be different. Some corners can be smoother, some corners can be rougher, and I always have the feeling that the stiffness, in terms of driver feedback, the stiffness that comes through my hand, the steering, has never been consistent. But the Integra Type S ADS module solves that problem. Why? Because it's not active. It's a fixed damping ratio for each mode, Comfort, Sports, and Plus R. It'll set to just one fixed stiffness, so it's naturally so easy to adapt, for you to adapt, right? And especially being a amateur driver, not a professional race driver, it's just much easier information for us to handle, is how I feel. So you know, you sometimes overcomplicating things, you know, can create problems if you can't catch up to that comprehensive, right? So I like how the Integra module simplifies everything for me, and you just focus on driving smoothly. This car is incredibly difficult to rev match if you're into that. So anyways, let's go through some back roads in the plus R mode. We'll have some bumpy, curvy roads with railroad crossing. I'll be able to tell the difference between the stock setup more noticeably. Very comfortable. Can't even tell if this is R mode. Very easy. This is so perfect. Not sure if you can tell through this video, but the jarring, there's no jarring. You would know if you own an FL5 on a road like this, you would be going up and your head would be bouncing up and down already. But this is so comfortable. Not bad. Back to individual mode. The traction reduced. Let's see. So now I'm in comfort mode. Nothing. Very comfortable. going over bumps or puddles with a bit of depth, just like the couple of them we just drove by, it does give you that slightly hard feeling, close to like bottom hitting feeling, but not actually hitting the bottom, but you know what I mean. You get that, but I don't think that's coming from the stiffness of the damping. It's coming from the springs, the lowering springs. So obviously the damper can travel that much less with the lowering springs, and I think that's where the hard feeling is coming from, but that is expected. When you want to full throttle this car, you gotta watch out that you're doing it at a flat road with a little bit of inclined hill or uphill. You will get the wheel hopping easily. We got a pretty wet road today, so it's not as sticky as usual. Okay, a little definitely rougher than the comfort setting. On an uphill like this, I want to make sure your accelerating is smooth. It's so great. Fantastic in this plus R mode. It's so comfortable, it's so manageable, it's so predictable. I have no stress being in this plus R mode, driving on the streets now. I don't feel like my brain's gonna fall out of my skull anymore. I think this is a must-have mod. The jarring is definitely reduced, first of all, from the springs. So if you're still on stock springs and you're thinking about swapping in an Integra module, I would expect a little bit more bounciness than my car's setup. But if you want something like this, I don't think anybody would complain about this type of ride quality. And you want to get this type of quality, then definitely get a progressive type springs. It doesn't have to be spoon. I think H&R makes them, Eibach makes them. Throw that springs on and pair that with Integra Type S module, and you're in the money. I can't wait to go for a ride with my wife, who doesn't really like this car because it's so jerky, roughy, bouncy, hard. And what she has to say about this. Very good, guys. I would say this is a must-have mods for this before you want to get into more advanced setup like coilovers and stuff. But yeah, that's just an overkill for me. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. This is my first review video, so I don't know if I've done a good job delivering my feelings and dry feelings, but hope this helps for any one of you that's been dealing with the stiff ride. I hope to post more videos down the road. Damn, this is so much more comfortable. This is incredible.